In the heart of Hong Kong's financial district stands the HSBC building, a structure with highly advanced design features and massive hollow atrium spaces at its base. It was intentionally engineered with open ground floors. When the nearby Bank of China Tower was later built with sharp, triangular, knife-like glass panels, some elite claimed that its sharp geometry was disrupting or killing the flow of energy. In a brilliant act of high-stakes corporate sorcery, HSBC mounted two maintenance cranes on its roof, positioning them like military cannons aimed directly at the Bank of China Tower to counter the so-called geometric curse. According to the legend, the goal was to ensure that the invisible, positive elemental energy flowing down from Victoria Peak could pass unobstructed through the building and out into the harbor, carrying unimaginable financial wealth with it. This sounds like a myth. Yet, according to various sources, the world's occult dynasties take such principles very seriously. They do not build their monuments on artistic trends or guesswork, but on the laws of geomantic harmonization. The occult dynasties extend far beyond the Western world. I discussed Europe in my previous video. Today, we are digging deep into Asia in a way that will make everything crystal clear. While Europe took the path of alchemical transmutation, fusing materials such as metal with sorcery, Asia took the path of geomantic harmonization, sculpting entire cities, landscapes, digital systems, and financial powerhouses to mirror the cosmic blueprints of the universe. For instance, the Singapore Flyer, one of the world's largest observation wheels, was reportedly reversed in its direction of rotation on the advice of Feng Shui masters to ensure that it pumped positive wealth and energy directly into the financial heart of the city rather than draining it away. Across Southeast Asia, ancient empires did not just build temples. They built structures designed to reflect the universe itself. Their architecture mirrored the heavens, with many buildings aligned to the sun, the stars, and other celestial phenomena. Sounds harmless, but by the end of this video, you will see why it's not. But first, let us examine why empires anchor their institutions in occult mysteries. Alchemical transmutation and geomantic harmonization seek to achieve the same objective: to tap into the subconscious mind, capture human attention, and funnel planetary resources into the hands of an elite minority who claim to understand how the cosmos works. This is high-stakes, sophisticated sorcery or divination used to guarantee the flow of money into the pockets of a few men and women. The same kind of sorcery found in Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean, although in these regions it is more traditional in form, where a village shaman may use animal parts and other ritual ingredients to achieve a desired outcome. Different sorcery, same goals. So, the next question is this: what do you get when you fuse techno-sorcery from the West and geometric sorcery from the East? You get hyper-influential modern-day technology because it fuses the machine with the grid to harvest human soul energy. That smartphone brand in your hand called Samsung, which means 3 stars, is modeled upon alchemy and sorcery. From the screen to the scrolling motion to the algorithms, this pattern repeats across all smartphone brands. Look at this table I've prepared for you and tell me you cannot see what I see, and I will call you a liar. The father of modern binary code, the very code that runs the smartphone I'm talking about, openly credited the I Ching, or Book of Changes, after seeing how ancient Chinese sages had already mapped the entire cosmos using a binary dualistic framework thousands of years prior. So you can see how Asian civilization, through esoteric knowledge, has contributed to the sorcery we now call technology. This is the reason CERN is comfortable grounding their so-called scientific project on a Hindu god called Shiva. They know the myths are true, in the same way that dynastic lineages across Asia understand they are true. These ancient Asian sages were doing what CERN is trying to do through the Hadron Collider, which is to tap into the spiritual realm for power, profits, and control. So, what is the harm? First of all, you need to understand where this knowledge comes from. It is knowledge that came from the Watchers or the angels that rebelled. And that knowledge has been transmitted through certain bloodlines and elite families to this day. This is why they are trying to gain even more understanding through the forms of sorcery they are building in the name of technology. Second of all, God concealed this knowledge for our protection. The occult secrets guarded by the elite are completely corrupted, a mere drop in the bucket against God's infinite wisdom. They can build all the technology they want, but the mind of the Almighty cannot be hacked. Thirdly, this is rebellion against God's order. They are applying principles that God calls abominations. They are basically trying to bypass God so that they can establish an independent spiritual authority. And that authority has a name. It is the coming Antichrist beast system. The enemy is still trying to convince man that he can be like God. What was, is, and will be.